lost the nut.
Success? Kinda. Thank you for your help. That's huge, ain't it? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the FFR YouTube channel, and Happy New Year 2026. It's going to be an amazing year. You guys just watched the last video in this series, hopefully, and saw all the work that we got done to the engine. Well, it is now time to get it into the factory stock. I'm hoping by the end of this video to bust this car off and let it be running, and it may not be driving, but it's for sure going to be running. It shouldn't be too hard. Heck, we may even get to the part to where it's driving too. So gonna try my best to get as much done as possible. I'm gonna get these engine mounts put on the engine, get the starter on, and get this baby up in the air, and hopefully get it set back down in the car. I also want to let you guys know this may be the last time that I pull this engine out with the redneck style tractor. I'm hopefully getting a new lift in my new shop in the back there. Not a lift, an engine hoist. And so gonna try to put an I-beam style up, but if that doesn't work out, I'm for sure gonna get an engine hoist. But anyway, that's besides the point. For today, we're doing it redneck style. Dad's supposed to be coming down here soon to give me a hand, so let's get this engine in. Let me get my favorite torque wrench now. Perfect. Oh, there goes all my fluid. Dang! Well, shoot. Oh well. Too late now. Let me get me a bucket. I didn't think there was any fluid in that thing. See if I can fix that. There we go. True redneck style. All right, now let's get the starter on. Way easier to do this with it up like this than when you got to lay up under the car. All right, just double check everything one more time. We should be good. All right, so I've got everything torqued and checked over. I checked all of my transmission bolts. I checked both my starter bolts. I checked my motor mount bolts. Everything is good. I even came and put my safety wire on these two and tightened them down so they can't back out. So I feel like everything is correct. Dad is on his way to help me. He just called me. So I'll get this out, which I'm very excited. Oh, shoot. I got to do this like at the same time. Hold on. There we go. So I got that out, which is one of the best things I've ever built because it gives me that much more room. The tires are flat, which is good because it makes the car even lower. And so as soon as Dad gets here, Dad will man that, or I'll man that, and we'll get this motor put in this car. So I'm excited. Here we go. what's crazy? Is that I just had that other nut. I just had that other nut and just set it down somewhere. You don't see it nowhere, do you?
What other nut?
The other nut for this side.
You lost the nut.
Thought I had it sitting right here somewhere. Success? Kinda. Just so y'all know, I'm still using my VanTrue. Never charged the batteries yet. Here.
Your what?
My VanTrue Impact. Never charged the batteries yet. Dad, I told him this would probably be my last time to ever put that motor in with my tractor again. What you think? I'm buying me a lift. I mean a hoist.
I think you'll
do it again. All right, guys. Well, there she is. Engine is in. There was a little bit of hookup you guys saw, or a hiccup right here on this one. But if y'all remember, whenever I drilled them, I didn't know exactly where, if it was going to line up just right. But motor mount secured, zero shake, and then bolts pulled up really tight. So me and Dad are going to get to work, or he's already started, and I'm going to just start hooking some random stuff up and see how far along I can get. Well, guys, this is what happens whenever you have help. Mailman came through. Dad, I really appreciate it. But everything is done. Radiator is in. Headers are in. Dad said he's going to weld that header up later. But he wants to hear this thing run. Carburetor's on. Everything's hooked up. We've got it all 100% for right now, besides the radiator support right here. And so what we're going to do is we've got to move on to the transmission mount. Now, if you guys remember correctly, I told you guys that I thought that this transmission mount I had on wrong. So me and Dad are about to look up under here and see what we can figure out and possibly refab this the right way. So we'll come back and let you know what we find out. All right, everybody. So I didn't show you all this, but I actually ended up ordering a rubber bushing mount for under the bottom here. Let's see if I can show it to y'all. Yeah, there it is. So that's a rubber transmission mount. And so me and Dad have lowered this down some. I'll just have to drill that. But what we're gonna do is, I told you guys I wanted to crank in this video. That's exactly what we're about to do. So I'm gonna try to prime it up, see if it'll just bust off. We ain't gonna let it run for long. Just see if it'll crank up and have some excitement here. Full pressure.
Okay.
Good pressure. You want it? We didn't have it plugged in right, I don't think.
Oh, man. Go ahead, man.
Watch that light.
I don't like all this trash going back on it.
I may actually be ready quicker than I thought. All right, guys, y'all heard it crank and 0 vibrations whatsoever. So Dad's gonna put some water in it and we're gonna let it run for a minute. And then the next step is to get under here and guarantee and button up this mount, get it exactly where we want. And then you guys remember I've got that chunk. So right there is where it goes. You can't really see, there you go. And so I gotta put this gear right here in the back of the car and get the drive shaft and all mounted. But man, what about some amazing progress in one night? Hey, you know what that means? There won't be video 17, Dad. Yeah. Thank you for your help. That's huge, ain't it?
I guess.
I mean, I don't see any leaks.
Get underneath there.
I don't see any leaks anywhere, do you?
No.
I see no leaks. Was it shaking? Wasn't shaking? No
Get
leaks?
underneath there and make sure that transmission has oil, whatever it takes.
I gotta change the oil on this, I gotta change the oil on that, and I gotta do the break-in on the rear end.
Yes.
So thankful for Dad's help. There you go. She's running. She's not idling real good. I'm gonna get somebody over here who knows how to tune a carburetor. But water's in it. She busted off. She's smooth as silk. She revs and sounds pretty good. But I'm gonna go in for the night, and we'll come back out here tomorrow, and we'll tackle getting that drivetrain all fabricated and get it all in. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Guys, have you ever been driving down the highway and you see something crazy happen and you're like, man, I wish I would have got that on video? Well, now you can, because today's video sponsor, VanTrue, has made a product that you won't miss any of that action. Let me show you guys something. They have sent us a awesome product. This here is a dash cam, but it is not just your standard dash cam, guys. You know, all the old guys that you see, they've got them permanently mounted up on their dash and on their window, and that's all they do. Well, not this one. This one is actually a portable handheld dash cam that you could actually use to vlog. And the cool part about this is while I'm at the racetrack or while I'm in my shop, I will be able to grab my dash cam off of our car and actually vlog and make videos for you guys. It is a 360-degree camera. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it has cameras on both sides. I'm actually gonna switch over to some video from this, and you'll see driving down the highway at all times. Not only does it video what's in front of you, it videos what's behind you as well. And there's more. Check out what they send with it. In this kit, they also have a tailgate / rear license plate cam that connects to this. So 3 cameras in 1 unit. VanTrue has thought of everything. This is a handheld device here. This top comes off and mounts securely in your dash. And not only that, they make this kit where you can have multiple vehicles to where it just unhooks just like that. You have one stuck inside for like your truck or your rig, your race rig. And then if you want to swap to a different vehicle, like an RV or just your personal truck, you literally just take it off and put it right in your dash. I absolutely love that it has the stand so that you can set it up just like this whenever you're doing vlog styles by yourself. You simply just do this and you can set it up, sit it anywhere you want, race cars, shop, desk, wherever, and constant vlog style. See what I'm saying? So anyway, thank you so much to VanTrue for sending us this amazing product. The link to it is in the description of the video. Go grab you guys one. Support companies that support Fleming Family Racing, and go grab you one. And always be safe on the road, and you'll always be able to capture that moment that you wish you would have. So let's get back to the video action. All right, everybody, so we're back in the shop. I do have the front nose piece on. You guys saw earlier that we got the engine running. I was so thankful for Dad. In the last video, a bunch of you guys said, wait, stop. You gotta have a pilot bearing and bushing inside the crank. Well, you guys got me wondering and scared to death, so I did pull the transmission back out, and yes, I do have that in my crank. So Dad's actually on his way down to help me get that back in because I can't do it by myself. But for now, what we're gonna do is I'm about to get the rear gear put in. So you guys remember, these are just hot bolted in, nothing's really tight. So the next thing I'm gonna do is rip both axles out, and then we're gonna get up under it and try to get our chunk put back in so that we can button this rear end up and be done with it. Okay, so both axles are out. So I've got that one hanging out and this side hanging out as well. So now it is time to get everything greased up and get that baby put back in. While we were away and I was doing that, Dad also came down and helped me get the transmission put back in and the cross member redone. So I gotta clean some of this stuff up, but that chunk is about to be sitting right there. So I'll come back whenever I got that done and got these axles in, and then we should be able to put the drive shaft in shortly. All right, everybody, so the rear gear is in. It actually was a lot easier than I expected. I just picked it up pretty much and just shoved it right on there. So got a brand new gasket, and now I'm just putting all the nuts and bolts on here and get them axles shoved back in. But that new gear looks really nice up in here, don't it? So I'll get all these on and torque down, and then hopefully them axles go right back in, no problem. And this will be a job. We'll just fill it up with fluid, and we for sure have to do a break-in on this thing because they're brand new gears, so that'll be a little bit later on, but there's an update on that. Hopefully them axles slide in pretty easy. All right, so everything is in. Perfect. The axles went in like butter. So again, I have to say thank you so much to TJ Pratt with Pratt Racing. Everything was smooth as silk, so I can get the tires put back on it. And now all I have to do is go into there and torque all them bolts and fill that thing up with fluid, and we'll be good to go. But for now, I did crawl under there on that transmission cross mount thing that Dad built, and it needs to be tweaked just a little bit. So before I can put the drive shaft and all back in, I got to go and adjust that, but I'm calling it a night for today. I'll get a fresh start, clean everything up, and get to buttoning up the drive shaft, and then hopefully we can start getting fluids and all this thing, get the front end put completely back on, and call this thing a job. Hopefully we should be close then. Then it's just minor stuff. So I'll catch you guys later. All right, guys, last and final work day on the 004 factory stock. This is the final push to the end of this video and to getting this car 100% complete. I don't have much left. I've got to get under there and torque that rear gear back down and then drill one hole in the cross member where Dad did that, and then we can slide the drive shaft in. Obviously, I still have fluids to do, like I've already said. I've got to change the oil, top off power steering fluid, do the radiator. Also got to put fluid in the transmission and the rear end and do the break-in, but that'll be a little bit later on. Our first race isn't for another month or so out. So way ahead of schedule, so I'm really excited about that. I do want to make some minor adjustments and changes to the inside cockpit and the seat and stuff, but that's off-camera stuff. But for today, I want to get the rest of this stuff buttoned up so that we can set this thing on the ground and be done with it. And hopefully this is the final video and we can call this thing race ready for the 2026 season. So let's get to work getting this stuff drilled, torqued down, and get the drive shaft in. Alrighty, guys, she is done. Front end is back on. Thanks to Uriah helping with the pot rivets. You can have them. Go ahead.
Yeah, I like them.
But you guys saw, got the drive shaft in. Everything's torqued. Rear gears torqued in. That cross member is finished, so everything looks real nice and straight on that. And then got the radiator put back in and the front end back on, which somewhat on. I still obviously got to put the rest of the pot rivets and stuff like that in, but the only last thing I'm going to do off camera is I am going to do the brake in. So brake in the rear gear. So I'm going to change the oil, change the filter, fill the transmission full of fluid, fill the rear end full of fluid, and brake this thing in for 20 minutes. Give it a couple of heat cycles to make sure that rear gear is good. But overall, we should be set. I do, like I mentioned, want to buy a rebuild kit and clean that carburetor out. It's not idling 100%, so I do want to, rebuild that. And also, one other thing that I've got to show y'all is I've got to buy a new one of these. So you can see this cable here is in bad shape. And so this thing is wobbling real bad. I know that it's loose right here, but this right here is wallered out. And so I want to buy a new mechanism for my gas pedal. But anyhow, we're done. We're ready. We are officially, I believe, to the point to where we could race this thing on the first race at Mitchell's. The first race, I believe, is in May. I'm sorry, did I say that wrong? March. And so that's when we begin our season, and it's still early January right now. So very excited to have this thing somewhat race ready. Just going to do minor little small things, tweaks on it here and there. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed this style video to where I actually start and finish the car. I filmed it a little bit longer than I normally do. Normally I'll come out here and film it in a couple of days, but this one I took, a week or so to make sure I got it done. And so I do want to say again, thank you to VanTrue for sponsoring this video. I used it a little bit, and some of that footage hopefully is in here. It's pretty cool. I love the way it records. And so hopefully we'll be using that a lot more during our vlog styles and at the track. So if you guys don't mind, go check their product out. Really, really cool. If you guys like this video, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We are very close to reaching our 10,000 subscriber goal, to where we're going to do the biggest giveaway we've done on this channel. So if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe so that you may have a chance to win that. We appreciate all the support. Track videos coming out. You guys heard that Dee and Kelsey. Say hey.
Hi.
You guys heard that Dee and Kelsey are coming down, so excited about that. We've got a new build that we're going to be introducing to the channel, and so lots of fun stuff. So y'all be blessed. We'll catch you on the next one.